Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, my name is Shannon. I am a mom of one, budgeting for our family of three, working towards making a realistic budget. Debt payoff, we have a lot of debt, so if you want to watch my debt confession video, I'll link that for you. But yep, just here, this is my last spending update for the month of February. And yeah, we're gonna go through what I spent this week, and then in a separate video I will add everything up and see where I tracked to against my original budget. So just like the other videos, I am going to write everything out and then we'll total up by category and talk about what happened. Okay, so that is everything. Let's first go through and categorize everything. So I will start with debt, which is, I won't start with that. I'll go in order. I'll start with fixed expenses, which is green. Totally missed that. Okay, so fixed expenses, we are going to do the water bill and daycare. There wasn't a lot that went out. February's a weird month because like the last paycheck of the month I technically count towards March, but we have our internet bill that doesn't go it doesn't leave the account until the 27th, which is like technically my March budget, so I didn't account for that when I set up the budget. But when I look at my March budget, or I'll probably have enough left over to just swing it and not count it towards March, but like it will come out eventually in my like March first week spending. So that's a little confusing. I think when I roll up my whole budget, fixed expenses is going to look a little lower because some of them didn't actually go through yet in my like fiscal month of February. Oh, and Hulu. Yeah, I think I count Hulu towards a fixed expense. Okay, so that is $276. Okay, debt payments. Not a lot going on here. I think I only had the Discover bill go through, which now there was just like a little residual balance on there, so now that's like done. One less thing to even check or worry about. I can literally cut that card up and never think about it again. Okay, groceries is orange. So let's see what happened here. I think there was only one bill here. Yeah, I only went out once, and that was $134, which was actually better than I've been doing every week. I've been spending like at least $150, so $134 felt like a successful week for me. and a more realistic weekly spending too. Like if I can budget 130 going forward and kind of stick to that, that would be, you know, great. Gas is yellow again, only one transaction here. Both my husband and I filled up, but my husband was doing a lot of back and forth for work, so his work actually let him use the company card. So $41 there. Other, here's where there's lots of highlighting to be done. I'm sure you saw as I was writing it out that there were just Amazon purchases left and right. I felt like there was lots of stuff I needed, but yet I didn't think of it all at one time. So it was just kind of a mess. Like my husband needed a part for his motorcycle. I needed new rubber gloves. Some of these things, when I was going through my bank statement, like I truthfully like don't even remember what I ordered, which is probably really bad, and maybe things that I can go return. But yeah, sometimes we have weeks where we just spend a bit more and are a bit more impulsive, but I still think I'm doing all right. So here. Went to Michael's, also went to Target. I'll count my prescription in here too, even though it's like technically something for health. I had a return from Target, so that's actually, I guess I could have counted that in income. Bought myself a crystal from this like little hippie store in the mall. I bought it to ward off bad energy to put in front of my work laptop, which is probably so silly. Margarita's is a restaurant local to me, and my mother-in-law loves it, and it was her birthday, so we got her a gift card to go back. And that is everything spending. So here's where all my other variables are going to add up. So that's a lot of transactions, but it actually was only $273, which is less than I spent on other variables last week. And then last but not least is savings. Oh, I forgot to make this pink. Whoops. Last but not least is savings and investments. So I had a couple of those go through. Nothing, you know, too extraordinary, but still on track to be like about $15 a week on the investments, which is really where I've been budgeting against. 126. Okay, so let's go through my inflow versus outflow. So my starting balance was 197. Total starting cash was $1,082. So I don't know where I've been like writing that down. I'll put it up here so I can see it. Okay. So now if I take my total cash minus fixed expenses, that leaves me with my same buffer, essentially, of 213. So I actually want to start carrying more of a buffer in my checking account because I am a cashless budgeter. But anytime this number floats above 250, that's when I'm going to start thinking like, okay, this is extra money I could be paying towards debt. Like, essentially, I want to have a zero-based budget, but I know that's like almost not safe because if something comes out a day early or if I overspend on groceries, which has been happening, then I will have to very quickly figure out how to course correct, and I don't want a lot of money moving in and out of my savings. I'd rather just have the buffer built into my checking account. Okay, so last but not least, even though I'm going to do like a total budget check-in for where I landed for February, I'm going to do my variable spending tracker, which to see where I ended up tracking for this total month. So week 4 is 273. So if I add all these weeks together and just round them up, I landed at $1,167 on other variables out of my 705 budget. That's 165%. So I don't want to say almost double, but it's closer to double than it's not. So that's definitely, that's something, right? Something to think about when I budget next week, month. But yeah, that's really it. That I'm glad I was able to be a bit more consistent with tracking my spending this month. Like, I definitely feel like I learned a lot, and it's just something I want to continue doing going forward. So thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.